friends, welcome back to my channel. Today is another day of what I like to say how-tos. So yesterday I did my sticker books, so that my faves, not so faves, and you know, the in-betweens that I really like but you know, don't go to very often. So today what I'd like to show you is planner essentials, things that you may need if you're a newbie starting out, or even someone who is a seasoned planner and haven't seen some of this stuff. I would assume half of you or more than half of you have seen everything that I'm about to show, but you never know. So if you want to see what I consider planner essentials, then stick around and let's get busy. So the first thing you need to do if you're a newbie is try and find a planner that you think speaks to you. So when I first started, it was always, I went to the classic. And a lot of the times I went to the classic because just my handwriting is so big, you know, I needed room to write. But I was so drawn to the mini, the Happy Planner Mini. I still am. Like, I still want to keep trying it because I love how compact it is, and I like everything about the mini other than my handwriting is so big, there's not enough room to write in it. So, you know, I've been iffing back and forth on even going back to a mini. But anyway, let's not dive into that, okay, because that's a whole saga. Anyway, so the only thing I can suggest to you is to figure out, you know, even if you just buy a couple planners, test it out to see what the water is like, if you like it or not like it. Does it work for you? Doesn't it work for you? Depending on, you know, what your lifestyle is and whatever. Because usually, as I always say, there's always a new release around the corner, so you're not stuck in them for very long. But, you know, the planner obviously is the most important part. So there's that part. The other thing is, let's just put that aside. What's the other thing? I think what is important to some planners is washi tape. You know what? You could pick up washi tape that is, you know, not too expensive. I know on Etsy or even Amazon you can buy rolls and rolls of it for dirt cheap. You know, in your planner, I think it's pretty easy to use and it adds a little something. So I always suggest everyone pick up some washi tape. I mean, you know, here I am going to cough again for those of you that are new. I tend to do that as I start talking. Excuse me. But what I'm most obsessed with recently, I'll show you, is the Girl Boss Anna swatches, ink overlays, they're called. They add so much to my planner. But yeah, washi, I would suggest anybody going out and getting some washi. The next thing I think is important is, let's see, I'm going to do my pen pouch. So if you have a pen pouch, let's just go through mine. I have the undo. Undo is very important, even though, excuse me, I'm going to just take a drink. Pardon me. So even though I don't use it very often as I should, because I'm a little bit timid about it, it's kind of shocking when you first put it on, but honestly, it dries very quickly and it takes your sticker off. I would suggest everybody go out and get this if you're a newbie. That way you're not worried about ripping the paper if you have to pick up, you know. I would also suggest wax paper. If you're new or even a seasoned one, this wax paper comes in so handy because you can literally lay down your stickers, put it over your planner, and kind of gauge where it's going to go and how it's going to look before you actually lay it on the planner. Now, I used to use this all the time until I did videos. The reason why I stopped using them in the videos is because it makes a lot of racket. You know, that is just annoying to people. So I quit using it, but it is a good way to do your planner. So consider that. And or your undo. So there's that. The other thing is that I like to have, this is a bone, it's called a bone, I don't know what actually, it's a bone stick, but it rubs things down. So the reason why I have this is because in my junk journals, I used to use a lot of rub-on transfers, and I have used them in my planner as well. So it's good to rub that on. You know, is it an essential? No, but it's nice to have. You could also use, what I've used in the past is a card. If I don't have that handy, I'll just use like a card. So that works out well too. This is a zig, it's a two-way glue. So it's, if you need to get in little places to glue something down, that comes in really handy because the, what do you call this? The Tombow adhesive, it's, you know, it's hard to get into the little places. So if you need to have a little place that you need to get in, this is better than this. So, but this is really good as well. So you need to, I would, you know, definitely grab this for your planners. I'm just putting this off to the side. I have this little X-Acto knife. So really what it is it's, for me, you can kiss cut around some stickers. If you print some stickers off, you know, digitally, then you could use this to kiss cut around your, and it's made by Fisker. You could kiss cut around the sticker itself on the printer, the sticker paper that you print on. So that comes in handy. Let me just pull this. Obviously a ruler that you need. This is Bic Whiteout. Now, I use two kinds. This one is kind of like for lines. If you want to just white something little out, it's, you know, good for that. And then this one I use if I have a bigger space. You know what? I don't use this very often because I don't like the way it looks. However, sometimes I'll utilize that for, you know, a bigger space or, boy, that tickle just won't go away. You know, that kind of thing. So that works out really well. Obviously, you need an eraser. I like these erasers. They seem to, you know, erase a lot more than what, you know, the pink ones. I don't know even what they're called. But there's that. And then the tweezers. Everybody needs a tweezer in their life. You know, people use them for different reasons. And as I'm speaking to you guys right now, I was looking for the other pair that I had, which obviously I can't find. So here we go. It come to my mind. I was prepared, but then it just came to my mind that, you know, to get the other ones because they were a lot pointier. But I use these ones if I ever need to. I don't use them as much as I should, but you know, they do come in handy when you're trying to get a sticker up off of the paper. And this whiteout, I use this quite often. This is the one is my go-to more than these two. But you know what? They're always good to have all three for various different reasons. I think that's that for that one. In here, it's just some pens and whatever. So, you know, let's just skip that and we'll put these away for now and move on to the next thing. The next big thing that I think everybody should have is the punch. So this is the Happy Planner punch. If you're using a Happy Planner, the punch is a good way to, if you get a sticker over the hole, the punch hole of the planner paper itself, you can repunch it. If you use scrapbook paper, you could repunch it. So this comes in extremely helpful for repunching your paper. The other thing I'd like to point out is the crocodile. Now, this is fantastic if you're just doing like one hole and not have to do the whole planner paper, because, you know, it does the one hole and you're good to go. Now, I'm going to tell you, I bought this quite a bit ago, and every single time I need to do one hole, I don't know where this is. So you can't keep everything on your desk. So yeah, it's just a matter of being a little bit more prepared on what you're going to need, maybe. Sometimes plans change, especially when you're doing a video. But if you're just doing your own planner, this comes in handy for those purposes. So that's those two. The other thing I wanted to point out was paper, pens. I love the mild liners. This pack I in particular like because I just like the colors that are in them. So there's the mild liners. You should have a favorite pen. I use the Clip Click ink. I love how it writes. And it also writes very well on the Girl Boss Anna swishies, if you want to write on top of them. But these also go over top of your writing to accentuate. So either way, but this really works well. And I really like to write with this Pilot G2 0.7. You know, I enjoy the way it writes. It's very smooth and whatever. The other thing is there's the Sharpie S-Notes markers. Very nice. I like those. You know, again, you can't go wrong with any of these markers. And also the there's favorite pens that I have. Prime example would be this Villa Beautiful. I have a few Villa Beautiful pens. They write beautifully, and I find that I just don't use them very often because I don't want them ruined. So yeah, I'm kind of hoarding. I use them for props in my pictures and stuff like that, but that's kind of the way I do it, and that's that. The other thing is everybody needs a X-Acto knife. So this is good to trim around your, do sticker surgery, I call it. It's good to, you know, cut headings out and make different things with it. So this comes in handy, and this is from Fiskars as well. I think I hit the Fiskars aisle in Michael's one day when I first started, and I got this. I got this one, and I picked up, I think, yeah, my cutting board. This is another must if you're using scrapbook paper. So I think everybody should run out. It's like I'm telling you to hurry up and go run out. But if you go to get anything, scrapbook paper is your friend when it comes to planner decoration. You can, you know, I've got many videos using scrapbook paper that you can check it out if you're new here. Just, you know, go check out the collection of videos that I got going on, and you'll see that I really like using scrapbook paper in my planners. It just adds something to it, and you know, this comes in handy when you're going to cut your scrapbook paper. The other thing I would suggest is, you know, when you're going to do stickers, if you're new, please do yourself a favor and don't run out and buy every sticker book known to man. You don't need to do that to start off with. If you get, you know, a staple, meaning like my staple is the tiny book, the journaling books, this colorful boxes. There are other colorful boxes, and also color story books. Again, yesterday I said the Memory Keeper. Those are staples, or maybe a couple seasonal books. To me, those are staples for any new person starting out in a planner community, because you could do a spread with any one of those things and it will be pretty. no matter what your thing is, you can find something in those. Color Story especially, you could do a whole spread from one of the colors, because that's what they have. The Color Story is just basically, you know, every sticker you need in that color. So there's that. The other thing that I think I want to point out is, what else do I have here? The planners, I think that's that. Oh, this. This is the Happy Planner Punch. This is for the classic size. If you're using scrapbook paper, like I said, you could cut boxes out with it, with this punch. Now, do you absolutely need this? No. If you have the cutting board, the cutting tool that I just showed you, then you can cut them out yourself. But you know what? This comes in really handy. Let me show you. I'm sure you've seen it, but regardless, Lori's going to show you anyway if she can find an empty piece of paper in amongst 1.5 million planners. Can you imagine? Seriously. Let's just, everybody, okay, I don't have a piece of paper handy, but I really want to show you this. So let me show you this. I'll just get a piece of paper from this Erin Condren notepad, and I'll show you. So it just goes in, you slide it in, punch, and then you have the piece of scrapbook paper, whatever you're cutting. And you could put it in the square of your planner. Or you could use it this way. You could color the outside of the edges in a mild liner to match the spread that you have. There's a whole host of things that you could do with this. So, you know, I wouldn't discount this if it's one of the things you're eyeing. You know, I would grab it. So, I think that about covers the essentials in my book. You know, a good washies, you know, run down the undo, you know, all this stuff that you need to do. And again, you don't even need to do a spread with all this stuff. The other day, I couldn't find this, or it didn't work in my junk journal, and I used double-sided tape. So you can, my point to that is that you can do any spread with anything that you have laying around. You don't need to go out and buy all the things at first. But I could tell you that rabbit hole is pretty big, and we're all down there waiting for you to fall down that rabbit hole and have some fun buying all the stuff. So with that said, my friends, I'm going to cut this video short. It's probably been, what, a half hour? I feel like I've been talking for at least a half an hour, but I hope you enjoyed it. You know the drill. Like, comment, and subscribe if you're new. And tomorrow we'll see you in the next video, where I think I'll be doing my wellness planner tomorrow. So stay tuned for that, okay? Talk to you later. Bye.